done shit. Done shit.
Today I want to talk about Robert Frank again. I really want to take a look at Storylines. This book is an exhibition catalogue from the 2004 Tate Modern exhibition on the work of the photographer Robert Frank, one of my favorites. I'm not alone here. The book itself is a well-thought mess, you know? We can find some of his contact sheets, typewriting notes, film and video stills, images of most of his areas. Seems like all over the place, but in the end it's well put together. As we can read in the prologue, the book makes explicit Frank's frustration with the single photographic image and his desire to present pictures in sequence and in varying media and to refer back to them time and again.
See, Robert, we had a talk, we were talking one time, and when he says to me he's not going to do any more still photography. We were writing, that's why it was the day I met him. I met him up in Ben Schultz's office up in Sports Illustrated, and we lived 2 blocks apart. I was living on 12th Street off 2nd, and he was on 10th and 3rd. We rode the bus downtown. And he said he's not going to do any more still photography. Then, and I said, what's that about? He says, well, what do you do with it?
From Polaroids to the Rolling Stones on tour, from the daily routine of the miner Ben James in Wales to the hills of Peru. Face it, you never are going to go live in some still strange, meditative, think-free desert. There are probably no safe deserts left anymore anyway. You are here, and these are your things. This cat box, this sewing machine, this new rug, this kiss. But the light outside today is rather heartening, don't you think? We can see some negative sheets, contact sheets. It's amazing because we can see the context, in where these photographs, these iconic photographs were created. For me, this is fascinating. There are contact sheets of most of his most iconic pictures. Like this, I can see how he worked the scenes, situations, how he exposed. We can see how he moved, how is he framing, how freewheeling it seems. Well, his camera technique is really something extraordinary. He really has an instinctive approach. And then the diversity of subjects, sceneries, and he really doesn't pretend, He's not doing remarks at all. We can tell that these are his pictures. Winogrand talked about this image.
I'll tell you something. See, I took my trip, and there's a picture in the Frank book of a statue. I think of St. Augustine or something like that. In Los Angeles. It's really at the very end of Sunset Boulevard, the downtown end of it, where it ends. You know that statue? Now, see, when I took my trip in '55, I had seen this, the Evans stuff. I took a picture. I shot that goddamn statue. I made a reasonably good picture of it. It was a thing. And I saw the Frank book. He got that picture, and it killed me. It killed it. Put me away 6 ways. No, I'm not. I mean, what the hell? I mean, you better face the fact. The picture I made was made, and the picture he made happened. It went whoosh right across the page. Didn't make any attempt at hitting over and making any points. Do you know that picture I'm talking about? It may not be a great picture, but to me it is, because it taught me the hell right off the bat. Boom.
For a first approach to the Robert Frank work, this book is really great. We have a little bit of everything, Well, not everything, but you know what I mean. Peru. work. This is just classic shit. These London pictures were the first that took my attention. This is his work in Peru, London, Wales. This spread is magnificent. Some work in Detroit. Factories. Some work in the Chicago Democratic Convention. He began to play with the stills already. More contact sheets, this time from Coney Island. At night. This is a series of pictures taken from the bus.
By photographing from a moving bus, I knew there was an element of chance involved in it. Then also, I could not change my distance. It was made. So you didn't have really much choice. You had to believe in that the moment would come as the bus would go and stop, and I would look out.
And now we start to see some film stills. Here's Pablo, his son, Echon Leaf, his second wife or longtime partner, if you will. This is from Home Improvements.
Robert is like a man with chopsticks, and he watches and watches, and then he takes the two chopsticks and he just picks the most lasting, essential thing out of the chaos. You know, he just has that marvelous way to select something very powerful.
These are from Pull My Daisy.
He says, you make me... I could tell you poems that would make you weep with long hair. Goodbye, goodbye.
Here with his family. This is Andrea, this is Pablo. His family. From Conversations in Vermont. One of his first pictures, motion pictures. That's his daughter, that's his son. They both died young. This is Andrea, this is Pablo. This is Andrea, this is Pablo. Here with his friends. Willie. Again, Pablo. June. I know he's relevant still today, but I think he's clearly from another times. This from UK. Here are some Polaroids. Sick of goodbyes, waiting for more time, looking for what is gone, always hope never stops, writing about how it feels, a moment will come, a friend will say hello and goodbye. Again, June. Suffering silence of Pablo. These were dark times. started to write, to intervene in the negatives. And always the memories. Happy boy, happy girl. This is the sequence with his father's coat.
After my father was buried in 1976 in Zurich, my mother gave me the coat. This is your father's coat. It is very good and warm, not worn at all. Please take it with you to New York and wear it. I hung up the coat in a small room in our house. In it, all my film cans, one window and one aloe plant.
And for the end, 2 images and some words, his words, from 2004. 2 frames, double exposed, by chance. 2 photographs appear at the center of each image. I began to remember, sitting with my daughter in a photomath booth, waiting for the flash, our house with the old porch later blown away in a storm, a kerosene heater and the bloody cat, the shadow of a doorknob, the pot with green grass, between the darkness and light, the many leaves gone.